Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and I'm super excited for you to be back with us live here. I know I've taken some time off during the month of April, a lot of different family things going on. And so we're back. It's May, it's a whole new month. And you know what month this is? It's my birthday month. I'm super excited. So anyway, to get things rolling today, because we have a packed show for you today. So exciting. I just want to thank you for joining us here live. And if you're watching it on the replay, thank you for tuning in and joining us on the replay as well. We are broadcasting live on Facebook in the Small Business Saturday Shoutout group and community. We're also broadcasting live on Facebook, my Facebook page, which is the Alicia Couri. And we're live on YouTube. So hi, YouTube. Welcome to the show. If you are not yet a member of Small Business Saturday Shoutout, or as we call it, SBSSO, you can join us. Go to facebook.com/groups/SBSSO and join us, join our community. We have a lot of things going on, which I will share with you in a couple minutes. If you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our new live shows or videos when we upload videos. So go to youtube.com/C/Alicia Couri to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, you know, we always love it when you interact, when you send us the likes, the comments, and even share out this broadcast to others. So this is Small Business Saturday Shout Out. And the reason for this group and this show is to shout out small businesses. So whether you have a brick and mortar or you're a solopreneur, just getting started, or you have a side hustle, this show is for you. And it is meant to create a marketing asset for you. So you come on, you have an interview, I give you the interview so you can share it on your social media. You can share your broadcast with others. So thank you for joining. There are 3 ways for you to get a shout out on this show. Number 1, of course, is to be a guest. You can come on and have me interview you and be a guest. The second way is, it's going across the bottom. It is to type in your name, your business name, and or company, and how you serve your community or your clients, how you serve your community, how you serve your clients, and what is the best way people can reach out for you. And guess what? I will repeat that information live on the air now, and I'll even scroll it across the bottom so that people can see it. That's the second way to get a shout out. And the third way you can get a shout out during the show is come on and do a 30-second commercial for yourself or your business. You just come on live, 30 seconds, give your pitch, give your spiel, and that's another way that you can get a shout out. 3 ways. So now we have some things coming up in our community, because I said it's a community and it's a show. In our Facebook group, you can go join it. We have some really spectacular things coming up. And for those of you who joined us in our last networking event, so we have live virtual networking events, we have master classes, and of course we have the show. So we have our next event coming up. So I want you to mark your calendars. It is June 1st, the day after my birthday. Yes, we're going to do another live networking event where you get a chance to mix and mingle with those of us in the community, learn about them, learn about their group, their business. Sorry. We had so much fun the last time. We played some games, we got to know each other, and it was a blast. So come and join us for our next event. We will have the information posted in the group later this week coming, and you can be a part of that event and get to meet other members of the Small Business Saturday Shoutout community. And the second thing we have coming up is we have another masterclass coming up. Woohoo! For those of you who are interested in podcasting but don't know how to do it or are intimidated by the technology of it all, we have an expert that's going to come and talk about podcasting and how to set it up quickly and easily, and you can go live and start streaming your own podcast very shortly. So we're going to have that on June 8th. So June 1st is our networking event. June 8th will be our masterclass on podcasting, and I'm super excited to share both those things. And don't forget, if you're a member of the group or community and you have an event coming up or you have something going on, you can post it in the group. You can promote it in the group. So, don't be shy about doing that. If you're interested in hosting or coming on and doing a masterclass in the SBSSO group, tongue twister, please direct message me, send me a message, and let's have a chat and see how you can do a masterclass. So now that I've said all of that, I want to now start with the show and bring on my very first guest. So hold on for 1 second as I bring in Daphne. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and our guest today is Daphne Clarke Hudson. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Daphne. She is the why and soul purpose coach and consultant for over 20 years. She's worked as an empowerment and resilience coach, helping her clients to bounce back after adversities. However, now she's completely out of the closet, giving guidance to her clients towards their why and soul purpose. Her unique value is the freedom and to deeply connect with one's inner blueprint for success. And I am thrilled to welcome back to the show, Dr. Daphne Clarke Hudson. Welcome.
Hello. How are you, my sister queen?
I am well. How are you doing? I know this is third time's a charm, right?
Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm not green today. I'm happy.
You're not green. Yes, and we can hear you.
Yes. Thanks for having me back.
You're very welcome. So tell me why you have chosen the why and soul purpose mission.
Well, for years, I ran from who I was called to be because of different labeling and certain expectations that society have on you. I was pre-programmed before my mother's passing at the tender age of 13 that I was going to be a nurse. And for that reason, I went to nursing school because every day I could hear my mother's voice telling me, I'm going to be a good nurse. Because I nursed her as a child when she had her asthmatic attack.
Wow.
Even when I was a nurse, I did nursing differently. I took time out to talk with my patients, not only to administer their medication, but I wanted to find out who they were. I wasn't seeing them as a patient, but I was seeing them as a human being.
Right.
And it really perturbed my coworkers because they always say, Clarke Hudson, why you have to take so long to give the medicine? You have to stop and talk to everybody. Why do you have to talk to everybody? I don't know. I just have to talk to them. What I found out when I moved to the United States is what I was doing. I was actually coaching people. And I looked over my lifetime and my journey that I'm always prying in what makes somebody unique and what makes them different.
Wow.
And I always ask probing questions. I never settle
Interesting.
for the answer because I know we can always go deeper. It was not until after 2 hospitalizations, because I've been speaking on claiming your why and soul purpose in business for years.
Mm.
Never embrace it as
For
my sole
yourself.
purpose.
Wow.
I was teaching it. But when God laid me down in the hospital twice, the first time I came out still disobedient, and the second time, the Spirit said, when you get out of here, you do me 100% unapologetic, unfiltered.
Wow.
I knew exactly what that was about because I know I was diluting and modifying what I am called to be. And I said, I'm not going back in the hospital for that reason.
How long ago was that?
The last hospitalization was like 5 years ago. And I said, no,
That's
I'm
like just before we met.
exactly. And I say, you know something? I'm doing what I need to do. And you were part of the platform of 21 speakers last year, 2020, when I launched the Why and Soul Purpose Summit. Because
Yes.
I know that's what I'm called to do, Alicia.
Yes.
Fast forward to now.
And you
Someone,
gave me a spanking. I just have to say, you gave me a spanking just now off camera because because I'm not going to be one of your speakers this year.
oh, okay, you let it happen. I just want to deliver the message. And fast forward, someone who was part of my community on Periscope called me one day. She said, Dr. Daphne, you need to be on Periscope because for the for the 3+ years I've been following you, you have done a change in my life and the life of my family. I said, what is TikTok? And she explained to me. She said, the people need you. I said to her, if you think so, I will do it. She
And now you're
wants,
blowing up on TikTok.
I'm telling you, when we obey what we are supposed to do. She said, you cannot go live like you do on Facebook and Periscope. You have to have 1,000 people before you can do that, but you can do 60-second videos.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. She said, after you get your 1,000, you can go live. I said, okay, no problem. Because I'm thinking I don't even know what it is. I'm just going to roll with the flow. Alicia, after 3 days,
You hit 1,000
she
on
called me
TikTok?
and she said, have you checked your TikTok? I said, no. She said, well, you are at 1,000 people, but you cannot go live until 24 hours.
Wow. In
I
3
went
days.
live this Thursday. I prepared a presentation for that broadcast because you can broadcast as long as you want when you go live. I prepare a presentation, the power of vision. I did that. The people liked it. I made a commitment to them that I am coming every week, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern.
Wow.
I will see you guys next Thursday. Well, by the time next Thursday come, Alicia coming up, I was close to 10,000 followers.
That's amazing.
You're telling me when I end that first live, the Spirit said to me, you are not on this platform to teach. You are there to speak in the life of people. You turn up, they will ask you their questions, and you will be equipped to answer.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. You're following exactly where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. And Alicia, I began doing the gratitude video journal videos every day. Today I did video 180.
Wow.
One day,
Consistency.
one day the spirit said to me, "You are a billionaire and so am I.
And there it is.
Go
Mm-hmm.
out and do that 60-second video on that." I did the video and then I saw a whole lot of likes. I called Ramona. I said, "Oh, I got like 60 something thousand likes." She said, "Oh, Dr. Daphne, that means you're viral."
You're viral.
I had no idea. And then in meditation, I realized that now the why and soul purpose, mission, and journey includes the claiming, withdrawing from your universal bank account. So it's one umbrella. By
So
honoring your why and soul purpose, you are obeying that which you were called to do. You don't have to compare with anybody else. You don't have to be
I
judging
love that.
based on somebody else's purpose and what they are doing. Just stay close to yourself and honor that.
So I love that. I love that, Daphne. So is the summit going to be broadcast on TikTok as well?
This summit, I don't know. We have to, I know we are going to be streaming. I have to check out the rules. I don't know if we are allowed to broadcast. If we can, I know it is going to be streamed. So that is something we need to look into.
So tell me, we have 5 minutes. In the last 5 minutes, tell me about the summit. Tell, not me, but tell the audience about the summit and what's coming up.
The summit will be virtual and live in person in Atlanta. The summit is going to go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the 24th of July, 2021. From 7:30 to 10 p.m., there will be a Caribbean themed gala and dinner and networking for all of the entrepreneurs. And people who did not attend the event can get their tickets to come to the gala. We have booths. People can sell their wares and tears, sell their books. And we are just looking for everybody to come out. We are going to obey CDC and COVID guidelines. The event will be at the Piedmont Park in Atlanta. They have proper ventilation, so we will not be cooped up in a hotel ballroom.
Very nice. And I'm going to miss it.
Oh, we're not sure. So now you have a time to think it over.
I have time to think it over. I have time to reconsider. I can reconsider.
Room for you. You can reconsider.
You'll make room for me. You're so sweet. Okay, I will take it under advisement. I will, and I will let you know.
Yes, yes, and thank you. On the other people who are coming on, I still have room for more speakers. So if they are interested, they can message me, and I would love to have them as part of this small business shout out community. And thank you again for having me.
You're very welcome. I know your message needed to go out, and because the last time the color was off, the sound was off, I wanted to make sure that you had a chance to say what you needed to say. So we brought you back. So you can email. Yes, if anyone's interested in the summit, please email Dr. Daphne at daphnesmovement@gmail.com, or you can call her. Her number is at the bottom of the screen. It's 203-448-9803. So get a hold of Daphne, get in touch with Daphne. She is a powerhouse. I actually got a message saying that you're very powerful, Dr. Daphne. So, and then we had a hi from Athena said hi.
Oh, yeah, that's my partner. I told her, Athena, what you said in the meeting this morning. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you, Alicia, for doing an amazing job and to present us on this platform, Queen. I admire and appreciate you.
Love you. Thank
Love
you.
you. Love you, sis.
All right. So claim your why and soul purpose. This is Dr. Daphne, and Athena says much love to you. So thank you, Athena. So connect with Daphne. You can connect with her in the group as well. And Daphne, make sure that you put that information in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out group so people can not just buy tickets, but find out more about speaking at the event. You know, you can post that in the group and give people an opportunity to reach out to you. All right. Thank you, Dr. Daphne. And we will see you again soon, hopefully. I don't know if she's hearing me anymore, but bye. Mwah. All right. So, sorry about that. Just hit my microphone. So that was Dr. Daphne Clarke Hudson and the Why and Soul Purpose Coach. So please go ahead and connect with Daphne. Her email again is daphnesmovement@gmail.com. And you can also call her at 203-448-9803. So welcome back to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and I am sorry about that. Trying to make sure I stay on time today. So I wanted to invite my next guest. I see she's in the green room. So if you give me 1 second, we will bring her on. Hello again, and welcome to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and my next guest on the show is Zuriel Gibson. So let me tell you a little bit about her, this amazing, phenomenal woman. Christine Gibson, aka Zuriel, as a young woman, wasn't prepared to hear her diagnosis of lupus. I know that can be a very traumatic thing to hear, especially since she was a very young woman. She was only a teenager, and she was told that she wouldn't live past 24. For a big dreamer, she immediately thought that her dreams were no longer attainable. Life was over. After many bouts with depression, pain, addictions, and hospital stays, Christine became discontent and decided to use her pain to propel her into her purpose. As a lupus survivor and advocate, she has become a much sought after speaker. Her message, "There is purpose in your pain," has been shared on numerous media outlets. As the CEO of the Gibson Lupus Autoimmune Resource Center and Zuriel Gibson Inc., this loopy chick on the go won her first pageant title as the 2013 Miss United States of America first runner-up. She has also displayed her ability to thrive as she graced many runways and was honored as an award recipient of the Real Housewives of Houston. So I am super excited to welcome to the show Zuriel Gibson. Hello, beautiful.
Hello. How are you?
I am wonderful, and you are amazing. You're gorgeous, and no one can believe your age. I was looking at a video of you, and everyone in the video was like gobsmacked when you said how old you were. Way past 24. I'll just say that.
before. Definitely.
So when you got that diagnosis, you were still in your teens. You were in your late teens. And how
Mhm.
had that impacted you at that time? I know I read it in your bio, but how did that impact you?
At first, when I first got diagnosed, I really didn't understand my diagnosis. All I know is that I felt like I was dying, you know? So as things progressed and I got on my feet and I got healthy after having a flare, you know, I thought I was going to be okay until a doctor comes and says, hey, you're not going to live past 24. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? You know? And
Wow.
I'm like, I mean, my life is just beginning. How can you tell me that I'm not going to live past 24? So I did everything I thought I was big and bad enough to do. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, you try to experience all that life has to offer in this little bitty time, you know? So that's how my life started out, you know, just being scared, period, point blank. You know, but of course I'm
Wow.
totally
So how did that translate? So was that when you started modeling and doing all the other things in your life?
Yes, it was because some my mom always told me I look like a porcelain doll. She's as I was growing up, that's what she always told me. You just look like a porcelain doll.
You do.
And my sister, thank you. My sister went into comedy and I went into modeling. So it was my escape because I was going through so much depression. And you know, unfortunately, they don't teach us about depression and going through these mental, all this mental stuff in your head, and you thinking one thing and you know it's supposed to be another. So I'm fighting all of this in my head, not realizing that it's kind of normal, not normal, but normal, you know. So I
Right.
use modeling as an escape. You know, it was my outlet, you know. So I did it for like 15 plus years locally in Houston and, you know, made a name for myself and was really excited about it, you know, and to the point where I even started teaching. I was like, hey, I think I kind of like this, you know?
Nice.
So yeah, I got a chance to model and you know it was my dream to do so. I've taken care of nieces and nephews because for the longest time I wanted to be a foster parent. God bless me with all these kids. I was like, I really didn't mean it like that. You can take them back. You know, really didn't mean it like that. You know, and then of course I enjoyed helping other people. You know, that was my thing. You know, when me going through what I went through, at the end of the day, when I started to get better and things were moving forward, and I'm like, God, okay, I'm no longer in the hospital like I was. Why did I go through this? You know, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, you know, he was like, because I knew you would help other people. I
Wow.
knew you would bless my name. I knew you would move forward because I'm a fighter. You know, I'm a warrior by nature. You know how God says, I never put more on you than you can bear. He don't tell you how much you can bear, but you know, he put something
Yeah.
on you. So I was like, well, of course, I must have been born a warrior because I mean,
Wow.
hey, this is what it is. So
That is
yeah,
so
I just
powerful. That is so powerful.
yes.
Tell me, so how did then you had this experience, you know there's a purpose for it. Starting a foundation, was that the first step you took?
Oh, I ran from a foundation. I literally ran from that. You know, I was like, I'll help somebody start it. You know, I was like, I'll be in the background. I'll help you get it together. You know, whatever you need, I'm there for you. But I really did not want to start an organization at all. So eventually, you know, when you tell God, okay, fine, you know, it's like I'll do it. Yeah, okay, I'm here. I'll do it. So, you know, I was already doing it in a sense because when people came to me, I was counseling, I was mentoring, I was helping people, you know, because I had went through a lot. You know, it was like
Yeah,
if you said it, it happened to me. You know, and I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me! But I'm still here today, so I'm grateful for the things that I went through. You know, so starting the organization and realizing there were so many different other smaller organizations out there that can literally help you walk through what you're going through all
hmm,
over the world. You know, I wanted to put a light on that, you know, because like you need something. I can't do everything, but guess what? This organization over
I can
here,
point you in the right direction.
yes. So
So,
I just kept referring people to these different organizations and be like, go here and try this, go here and try this. So with the organization, we do the different fundraisers to help raise funds to even help people who need funds to pay for certain things they need with these different organizations. So it just came together in a sense. It just worked out.
So you took what you were doing anyway. You recognized I was doing this anyway, so I might as well create a foundation to help get the resources, because that is probably the number one challenge people have when they're diagnosed with something. It's, where do I go? What do I do? And so now you have this organization. Is it only in Houston?
Well, it's virtual. So I can't say only in Houston, because we had a pageant last year and it was an international pageant. One of our winners was from Africa, South Africa. She is a gorgeous Black female that I adore. She does yoga and all of that, and her spouts with lupus. She lost her hair. She ended up having alopecia, all kinds of stuff. So she had been going through a lot. So to hear her story was absolutely amazing,
Wow.
And then to the US, and of course spreading her story over there. So it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You're everywhere. You're reaching and touching lives everywhere. Tell me about the golf tournament coming up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm really excited because, the pandemic is ending and I'm not a real big golfer, but I like it. I do putt-putt. Do putt-putt golf?
Mini golf.
Yeah, so miniature golf. But we're gonna actually be on the green, and it is May the 21st at Quail Valley Golf Course. It is Texas Warriors golf tournament, Tiger up. You know what I mean? We made it through. Okay, we're on the other side, warrior by nature, right?
Right.
So we're telling everybody to come out and have an amazing time for this fundraiser. So one of the things, I partnered up with an organization, No Sister Left Behind, who is raising funds for people going to, giving them scholarships for people going to college. We're raising funds for giving scholarships for people to help with them entrepreneurships. So
Nice.
We teach people how to work even in a hospital bed, because you still got bills to pay. So
especially if you're in the hospital.
Exactly, right? And I've been there where I was like, I didn't know if I was going to come out homeless or what. So, why not help other people in what I found? You know what I mean? True enough, I'm all over the place sometimes. So I do a little bit of everything. Every now and then, if I get an itch, I'll pick up a job. It happens. If I get a good itch, hilarious. But for the most part, like my mom always told me, she said, you're just the type of person that's just going to have to work for yourself. And I was like, really? She said, yes, honey.
Yes, yes, honey.
The job is not regular 9 to 5. But every now and then, hey, why not, right? So
exactly.
Yes, I just want to be able to help people and teach them what they can do. Even if it's small, it doesn't matter. Your story matters, which means you have purpose. If you're waking up in the morning, you have purpose. Regardless if you wake up in pain, or if you wake up in mental anguish, come as you are, because I guarantee if you find somebody who's going through what you're going through, it's going to help you get out of what you're going through, because you're going to want to help them.
You're going to want to serve. And is that a reason you started the speaker platform?
Yes. Because I already talked to people, and they just kept coming more and more. So why not try it on a larger scale? Now at first I have to say I was gun shy to a stage, because I had stage fright that I would freeze up. I was like, no. So that's why I was always big on pushing other people. It was like, I'll help you. I can talk you through the whole thing and you'll be perfect.
I can resonate. I can resonate with you so much with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but now at this point where God says, okay, get over your fear. We got to get this going. So now I'm at this point where here I am. Okay, I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen, and here it is.
So how does the speaker platform work? Share with us how the speaker platform works.
Are we referring to Bio Bootcamp or referring to me?
Bio Bootcamp, yes.
Bio Bootcamp. So the speaker platform, yes, I spoke on that platform, which is absolutely amazing. The Bio Bootcamp is a summit tour for health and wellness, beauty, and fitness. So what we do is me as an executive producer, I spoke, now I get to do this and help other people. So I find speakers who have places and are looking for people to come to their place now that we're open back up, the brick and mortar. So we find those speakers to come on board so that they can be interviewed on podcasts, on TV shows, on radio shows, we do all kinds of things for our speakers. And they join, it's an exclusivity in their area. So it's a group of people within that area that we promote for that area. So it's like, if there's a dentist over here and a foot doctor over here, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to refer you here and I'm going to refer you there. It's about the referral and the data and moving it around. So we're here to help them market themselves within their area and to get more clientele, because we're trying to help one, right? It's not about just me, it's about us. So
excellent.
Yes. And Nolan, oh my gosh, Nolan Davis headed this, and he is the most amazing man ever, brother from another mother. I love him to death. He is the best mentor. For him to come together in this sense and to do this is absolutely amazing. We have a magazine, we have a book, #1 bestseller, Amazon bestseller. I mean, his brain is on fire. And it's kind of hard not to catch on fire standing next to him. But I don't mind this kind of fire, so we're good.
I know.
So
that's the kind of fire
we give those people an opportunity.
Sorry, I was going to say that's the kind of fire that just lights everybody up.
Yes, and it's a good light. I'll take this light.
You're right.
So letting us come together and speak on this platform. So we have it virtual as well as in person. So, allowing people to come together and speak on that platform of health, wellness, fitness, and beauty, the main things that hold us all together. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong. Yes.
So tell the audience how they can get a hold of you, how they can get in touch with you and find out more and be a part of all the awesome things you're doing.
Oh my gosh, reach out to me anywhere. No, I'm just kidding. So is Zuriel Gibson CEO. I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook. So on Twitter, I am the Lupus Advocate. You can look me up through Gibson Lupus ARC, ARC. You can look up the website with Gibson Lupus ARC without the A.net. Also, if you want to know more about the speaking opportunities, go to biobootcamptour.com. Sign up to be a speaker so that you can find out more information, and we can move from there. Just let them know I sent you there. You good. We're going to take care of you. Yeah.
Awesome. So you can go to, let me see, your handle on social media, Zuriel Gibson CEO. So you can find her on all social media there. And if you are looking to be a part of the Bio Bootcamp, go to biobootcamptour.com. Did I get that right?
Yes. Awesome. You got that right. Don't forget about the website for the nonprofit, though, GibsonLupusRC.net. That way you can find the nonprofit organizations we can refer you to. There's some listed on there. You can find out about the events we have going on. Let us know how do you want to volunteer, donate, just how you want to participate and help out. Why not?
So go to GibsonLupusRC.net. Got it?
That is correct.
All right, it's going across the bottom. So make sure you get all those resources. And I have a Couri. Couri says, hi. You're both amazing.
Couri.
Thank you, Couri.
Couri's amazing. He's a great networker. That's somebody you want to connect to. Look him up on LinkedIn. Yes.
He sure is. He connected you and me. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for being a guest and coming on and sharing your incredible story and everything that you're doing to help others with lupus, as well as helping other speakers. And I'm sure you can probably connect with Dr. Daphne to be part of her upcoming summit as well.
Oh, I would love to.
So make sure to
Yes.
post the information, Zuriel. Post the information in the group, in the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/SBSSO. So post all the information about the golf tournament and the bio boot camp and everything else, so that people can find it and support you.
Yes, I would love to. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a guest on the show. All right, take care.
Yay.
So that was Zuriel Gibson. Again, if you want to find out more about the Bio Bootcamp, go to biobootcamptour.com, and resources for lupus. You can go to GibsonLupusARC.com. I had to read it as it was scrolling. Sorry, .net. GibsonLupusARC.net. And make sure you check that out and support her cause, support the golf tournament coming up. And I see that our next guest is here and ready to rock and roll. This is going to be awesome. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, here for another incredible interview with music artist. Actually, let me make sure I get that right. It is not music artist. It is Emmy-nominated impact artist, Alexander Starr. Let me tell you a little bit about Alexander. Just got to switch. There we go. Alexander Starr is an Emmy-nominated indie artist, songwriter, vocal producer, and social impact activist living here in sunny South Florida. Starr has musically toured over 10 countries and is one of the few musicians invited to perform inside the United Nations headquarters multiple times. The key ingredient to his recipe for success is impact. Starr's song, Pass the Good Vibes Around, was the cast's unifying anthem for France's #1 rated TV series. It was later synced in a music video campaign for MSC Cruises to help alleviate post-hurricane damage in the Eastern Caribbean by restoring tourism to the islands. In 2020, Alexander Starr's song, This Is My Era, was rebranded into a Super Bowl 54 campaign featuring NFL stars rapping Starr's lyrics alongside him to promote eco-friendly habits and coral reef awareness. The general, Alexander Starr, is known in Rwanda for his anthem "Show Me the Way," a collaboration with Rwandan superstar Andy Bumu. I'm gonna butcher this. You're gonna have to correct me. Alexander, when you come on, but promoting peace and humanity to help hearts heal in a post-genocide nation. Starr performed in the capital city at the Arts Festival 2 years in a row in 2018. So before I butcher anything else, I'm just going to bring Alexander on. Hello.
What up? How you doing, Miss Couri?
How are you doing? Listen, I am so honest about my ability to pronounce things. So please correct me wherever I was wrong.
No, you're good. You were right all the way through. And Andy's last name is Bumuno.
Bumuno. Thank you.
Really dope, man. It's a gift to be able to work with artists like Andy, man. He's like a superstar in Rwanda, in East Africa. And, I was blessed to be requested to do the anthem for an international music and arts festival in Rwanda. And and it's all, we'll get into this, like the impact and everything, but they asked me to do the anthem before I had ever been there. So my request as the anti-ego artist. I was like, listen, I'll be honored to make a song for your festival, but please connect me with a Rwandan artist. So it's an authentic cultural exchange. I want to make it together. I don't want to make it by myself because
Oh, that's beautiful.
I haven't been there. And they connected me with Andy Bumunu, who, like I said, he's an absolute superstar. And we created the record, and the music video will tell the whole story. It's called Show Me the Way. So if you just YouTube Show Me the Way,
Show Me the Way.
Like it's probably my most favorite video that we've done because it was on location. It's like
it's
we had a videographer follow us around as we worked with kids at a primary school all the way to, performing at the festival and everywhere in between. They just followed me around, and we made a music video for the anthem, and it was amazing, man. Go to Africa. It's amazing.
Awesome. I love it. And you and I were connected through a mutual friend. And during our conversation, when I was telling you about this show, you're like, well, I'm a small business owner. I want to be on the show too. So tell everybody, because I think sometimes creatives don't see themselves as a business owner. So explain why you believe you're a small business owner.
I mean, it's something that you have to kind of learn over time, because the root of artistry is just art and expression, right? And a lot of the times, the true nature of an artist is to just be an artist and express yourself, right? But if you want to make a living at it, right, the exchange of money, that's business. If you want people to pay you for your art, you can't do it without some kind of business in place, right?
Love it.
At least if you want anybody to take you seriously as an artist, you have to find that balance between artist and administration. Right. And, that's what I've been fine tuning throughout the years. And I've been doing OK, yeah.
It's tough because so many people leave that up to other people to manage. But you have to start looking at yourself as a business.
Absolutely. And a key note that I would say, kind of like key advice, is management is amazing when you already have experience doing what you need a manager to do. You shouldn't, if you don't already have business coming in, if you don't already have feature requests and performance requests and all these things coming in, you don't need a manager, because what do they have to manage? You need a manager when you have so many people emailing you for inquiries, or you need outreach help and you need people to actually work this engine that you've already built. If you don't have an engine, like, how
you're
are
not
you
going anywhere? Where are you
You're
going?
not going anywhere, and you don't need a driver if you don't even have a steering wheel, right?
I love that.
Yeah. So management that comes with time, and make sure it's somebody you trust, somebody who actually knows you and knows what you're about. Because I've also experienced a lot of people in this industry who, they wear the title manager, but what they really want to do is just kind of like take you and move you where they want to put you. But if you haven't already experienced your art in the professional sense, you're not going to be able to tell them, well, that direction doesn't make sense for me. How about you try and go this? How about you shoot for that? Because this makes more sense for marketing me. You want to market me over here, but that's not really my spirit. My spirit's over here. So let's aim this way.
So you're following their vision, not yours.
Correct. So the I guess the bottom line is, like, manage yourself first until you figure out what works for you and what you want to do and where you want to be. And then if you can't yet reach that far and you need help getting that direction, at least you know which direction you're gonna go. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to reel it in, because I could tangent a lot.
I know. Yeah. You and me both. But your whole mission, everything you do is about making an impact, which is kind of mine too. So I think we resonate in that sense. Tell me some of the things that you're doing with the UN, and I'm going to just leave it at that one first of all.
Okay, perfect. So basically, I guess the core of my artistry and the core of the Alexander Star brand is basically dopeness minus ignorance. You could be really dope without promoting ignorance or putting people down or degrading women, or, it's dopeness with minimal ego, right? And, so because I've aligned myself with this purpose of dopeness minus ratchet, I'm able to get strategic partnerships and endorsements from companies that might not otherwise rock with certain artists because of what their brand represents or the imagery that they put out or whatever. So that's how I get, you know, like the Super Bowl campaign to save the coral reefs, the MSC Cruises endorsements, inside the United Nations, you know, things like that. Most artists, you know, don't necessarily see, especially indie artists, right? So another collab with the United Nations that I'm doing is every year since 2018, I've been doing multiple keynote concerts for Montessori Model United Nations. So basically multiple conferences all over the world where there's like 2,000 Montessori students from like 50 countries, right, in each conference. And I'm there for the whole week. I perform and panel on opening night with like United Nations ambassadors and like global world changers and like really, really dope people. And then I'm the artist on the panel, right? So I perform, I get the students hyped, but I secretly do a songwriting workshop with a handful of students throughout the week, right? And these are kids that, you know, they might be musically inclined, but they're not artists yet, right? So I bring my microphone, I bring my recording software and everything. And in 3 1-hour sessions over the course of 3 days, I meet with these kids. We write and record original lyrics, right? And I mix it and everything. And then on the last day of the conference, in front of 2,000 of their peers, I bring them on stage with me and have them perform what we did during the week. Wow. And it's just been so dope. Like, right, I think one of my strongest gifts is pulling out the artistry within other people. It's confidence, right? I can help kids and adults be confident and be like, they don't think they could write songs. They don't think they could sing. They don't think they could rap. And then I say, okay, give me bullet points of what you want to talk about on this topic. And they're like United Nations topics, like ending poverty, you know, ending, you know, whatever, hunger, things like that. And then they give these bullet points. And I say, well, what if you said this line like this? And I put a little rhyme in it or whatever. And they're like, oh, I like that. And then I basically just show them the way of how I would approach it.
The technique, right. Giving them technical skills.
Yeah, and I just give them guidance, and then I make the song really dope, and we perform it. And what we've been doing for the past 2 years, since 2020, we've been doing it virtually. So, you know, I had to adapt. So now we do 3 Zoom sessions, and I literally just finished one this week with kids in the Philippines, in Germany, and one of the girls was in Illinois. So the same thing, right? Same approach, 3 1-hour Zoom sessions, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But then I show them how to record their vocals on a voice note recorder. I say I'm not gonna give my secret sauce away, but
right,
I make them record their voice notes, and then they send me their acapellas. Then I take those acapella files and I pull them in my software and then mix them, and then I do my verse and my chorus, and then we got a finished song. So yeah, and an example of that would be if you look up "Tell 'Em It's Your Birthday" by Alexander Starr. If you just go to my YouTube, Mr. Mr. Alexander Starr, "Tell 'Em It's Your Birthday." I think that's the most recent one I did. That's a perfect example of what I've been doing. And I not only do this with the United Nations or Montessori, I do it with nonprofits, Handy Inc. I've worked with the Motivational Edge throughout the years. I've done this with kids in foster care, kids who are incarcerated. When I say kids, I mean like teens. You know, and so this is kind of like
inspirational.
It's an interesting niche, right? Because this is what I do for a living, or a piece of what I do for a living, and it's really amazing, man. I feel blessed.
Yeah, you're so inspiring that to be able to take what you do and really give it as a gift to others, and not just in hearing your music and being moved by your music, but also teaching them and giving them the confidence to step out and do it themselves. That is priceless, and it's going to last. Like, that's a memory that's going to last a lifetime, and it may even propel them into a career, songwriting or performing or teaching it to someone else. You know, so you're teaching them.
I got a bunch of kids. There's a bunch of teens who like hit me on Instagram, or, you know, they hit me on my website or whatever after I work with them. And then they say, hey, Mr. Starr, I've been recording myself. I just put out a song, and I'm like, oh, boom. And then I share the song on my Instagram or whatever. And I'm like, yo, they taking action. Like literally last night, a kid that I was working with when he was like 14 in a lockdown facility, he's like 19 now and putting out music. I'm commenting, I'm like, yo, you slowly becoming one of my favorites, little bro. Keep going.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Stuff like
Giving
that.
them hope, giving them hope and a future, you know,
Yeah.
just like that's what the Bible says. You are giving them hope and a future. I love it. So what is next for you?
Whew, excellent question. So I'm doing a lot of these songwriting sessions. A big thing on my radar is I just put out this album called 5-Star General, right? So if you look up Alexander Star 5-Star General, that's my newest album. And it was produced by QST Music Group, super dope, the entire project. So this is very cohesive. QST, they're Grammy winning, they're multi-platinum, so it's a sound, and them mixed with Alexander Star. I'm just really proud of this project. So I think it would be amazing for anybody watching, listening, or watching the playback of this to go stream 5-Star General and then hit me on social media and let me know what you think about it. If it's trash, be like, yo, Star, that album was trash. But if it's not trash, tell me what you thought about the album, because I could use all of that, right? Every time somebody sends me a review of my project, I screenshot the text and I save it in this folder, 5-Star General feedback. And so far, it's been like 105% positive feedback. So if you got negative feedback, I'm into it. But if you got positive feedback, give me, because I'm collecting and I'm putting it in the bag and I'm gonna do something special with it. But yeah, the music, I also got a collaboration with a clothing line called Civilized Nations. I just did their anthem. The song is out. It's on my Spotify and Apple Music. It's called Too Civilized. We did a video for that, and that video is gonna drop soon. It's gonna be it's crazy. It's stupid. And yeah, collaborations. I'm doing a lot of collaborations with artists. So if you want to collaborate on a specific project, but it's got to be professional. Don't hit me up with no like, yo, man, I make music too. Let's do something. Like, that's not enough, right? I need a plan, a target, a trajectory. What budget do you have to push the song? What budget do you have to make the song? And what are we doing with it?
Audience.
What's gonna be done with it, right? And this is the business side, because for a long time, so many artists, you know, I even as an artist too, man, I got probably 1,000 unreleased songs in my catalog, right? And a lot of them are super dope with time that I put in with other dope artists on their projects, and they never released it. So what was my time invested for? We made this product and it's sitting on your hard drive, right?
Yeah.
So
there was no plan for it going forward.
Right. So what I'm doing is I'm curating my collaborations. I'm curating special people that I put in time and energy with based on the momentum that they have for themselves, because I have momentum, right? So what I bring to the table is my gift, my skill, my momentum. If you have gift and skill with no momentum, I need to see the gunpowder in your chamber and the bullet that when the trigger's pulled, the momentum will be there. But if there's no gunpowder, I love you, but, you know, holla at me when you're ready, you know?
All right. Love it. I love it. So if you want to get a hold of Alexander, you can find him on all social media. It's Mr. Alexander Star. And also go to his website, alexanderstar.com. Check out 5-Star General. Check out all the inspirational things that he's doing. How can people support you with everything you're doing?
Oh my God, that's an excellent question. First of all, join my mailing list, right? When you go to alexanderstar.com, there should be a piece there for join the mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list, then if Instagram and all social media, if they crash tomorrow, I don't have access to let you know what I'm doing, right? So building the email list, that's my number one priority right now. So join my mailing list. And number two, you know, find my music, find a song that you like, and share it on your stories. Post something and tag me, because for me, the most valuable support is affirmation, right? And confirmation, right? I don't need to see 1 million plays the day I drop on my Spotify, but what fuels me is when I randomly see somebody that I've never met do a post and they tag me and they're playing my song in their post, right? Or they're singing along with it or something, just showing that my music has impacted you and it's moving your wave forms, right? That's
Beautiful.
everything. That's everything to me. I'm an impact artist. I make music so I can impact people. So show me that you've been impacted. That's how you support me.
Well, you got your marching orders. Go listen. Go do a 5-Star General. Listen. Send him your comments. Get on his email list and support young, passionate, inspired artists that are making a difference. So thank you so much, Alexander, for taking the time to share with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll talk again. We'll do some more stuff. So we'll talk again.
I'm looking forward to it. And keep up the great work. The platform is dope. I love your show. I love what you're doing. Shout out to all the guests. And looking forward to being back one day.
All right, great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Mwah.
Got it.
All right. That was Alexander Starr. And again, go to his website, alexanderstarr.com, get on his email list and check him out on all social media. Go give him a follow right now, Mr. Alexander Starr. Listen to his music. Send him your love. Send him your comments. And also, like he said, put it in your stories on Instagram. Write a post about it. Just share the love of Mr. Alexander Starr. So that is the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to bringing another really great show for you next week. Don't forget, just a couple things. Join our Facebook group. It is facebook.com/groups/SBSSO. That stands for Small Business Saturday Shout Out. We have 2 events coming up. Our first event is that's the wrong one. Our first event is our networking event on June 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a virtual event. So when you're in the group, when you join the group, you'll get the information to be part of our networking event where we get to meet each other and mix and mingle and have some fun and play some games. And it's a lot of fun. You know me, so it's going to be a little crazy. And then on June 8th, we're doing a masterclass on podcasting. So if you want a podcast, didn't know anything about podcasting, but you want to podcast, come to our masterclass. It will be on June 8th, exclusively for Small Business Saturday Shout Out members. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you next week for another amazing show on Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Mwah! Goodbye, everybody. Oh, and happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, me included. I will see you next week and have the best, most blessed weekend.